The following footage is brought to you by WouldYouKindly.com.
At the end of this month, Capcom will release a collection of two great fighting games, Marvel Super Heroes and Marvel vs. Capcom. So in celebration of Capcom making a good decision for once, I will be reviewing both games, plus the compilation itself. So, let's go ahead and start off with Marvel Super Heroes for the PS1 and Sega Saturn. So is Marvel Super Heroes a classic, or is it a super failure? Find out as the game machine starts now. If you're looking for a story in your fighting game, you won't find it here. Marvel Super Heroes is based off the Infinity Gauntlet comic series in the 90s. It's pretty much Thanos wants all the Infinity Gems and wants to do something really bad like kill everybody, enslave somebody, yada 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 yada. He's kind of a jerk. Why is everyone beating each other up? Who knows? Answer? Video games. Marvel Super Heroes was a fantastic looking game, and it still is today. Characters all look great and animate very well. It's cool watching all the heroes and villains do their over-the-top moves. Though it does seem that the console ports have a hard time handling all the action, at least every once in a while. More than likely, Capcom will be using the arcade version, which doesn't seem to have a slowdown issue. I really do love the character select screen as it has all the heroes and villains just busting out of a TV and jumping off a tall building. It's really awesome. The music in this game is really great, and it makes you want to fight. It also might make you want to hum a track or two. And if you're a fan of the newer games music, like Marvel vs. Capcom 3, you'll recognize a few tunes here. Capcom knew how to give their fighting games some slick presentation.
Playtime is ended.
Round one, fight!
There is no tag mechanics, no launcher button, and you will use 3 punches and 3 kicks. Yes, this game has a lot more in common with Street Fighter. It does feel like Street Fighter, but don't think it's a clone. It's actually a really good fighting game once you take a look at it. And it does share a lot of mechanics, but it has a kind of a new twist. You have special gems that you can use to help you in battle. But, unlike Street Fighter Cross Tekken, you don't have to download or unlock any gems. You simply just beat them out of your opponents and grab them. And then, you use the backwards quarter circle and 2 punch buttons to activate these gems. And each of these gems give you different effects. There's the Time Gem, the Space Gem, Reality Gem, Soul Gem, and Power Gem. Each has their own unique attributes and abilities, and certain gems on certain characters will give you bonus attributes. You can even play as the boss characters. There is another character, Anita from Darkstalkers, which is unlockable in the Japanese version of this game, but sadly, I could not get to this as I own an American copy. The only other downside to this is that there's only arcade and versus modes, which might have been good enough for its time, but the replay value is pretty slim unless you got friends to play with.
Bray.
Marvel Super Heroes is a great, fun arcade classic. If you don't want to wait for the collection to come out, you can get the original for PlayStation as well as the Sega Saturn. But it will cost you, as copies for the PS1 can cost around $20 and up, and even more for that for the Saturn version. So stay tuned as we take a closer look at Marvel vs. Capcom, the next in the collection. Then we tackle the collection itself. So until next time, gamers, game on.
One for JJ.
Four.